What if we wanted to set up an event for a particular campaign or an appeal? How does that work?
Yeah, typically most, or if not all, charitable organisations or not-for-profit organisations are arranging events, and actually, those management of the registrations is very powerful. So Simon's going to be able to show an event that's been set up and how those registrations are captured.
Yeah, thanks, Jans. So as I sort of mentioned earlier, so events is you see here baked into the interface of the fundraising application, but the functionality is really coming through from Dynamics Customer Insights Journeys, which is Microsoft's marketing tool. So in here, I've got a few active events that have been set up. Now, these may be events that I am hosting or our charitable organisation is hosting, and we can manage that end to end. But they may also be, in this case, external events. So you can see I've got London Marathon coming up this year. And I effectively still want to show that there is an event. I want to then track that against a specific campaign and appeal, essentially, again, to sort of control and organize the data behind our fundraising activity. So in this case, you can see I've got London Marathon here. I've got a unique event ID I've set up, and then that's linked to the campaign and appeal. I could then choose to link this to a particular fund. So in this case, if I wanted to set up a fund, I can create that fund. So let's call it a general fund, for example. We've got controls, as I mentioned earlier, as to whether it's restricted or not. I can pick our project code, and then we also have control around whether this is gift aid eligible or not for that particular fund. But in essence, here is our event. We do also have some controls whether we want to stream this event. So for those of you who have used Teams webinar like we're using today, you'll see if I toggle this, I can then see that there is Teams webinar here, and then you have the controls around that, whether you want to control the meeting options. But essentially, this allows you to kind of manage that event all within the same data platform. We can then track things like the registrations themselves. So when individuals are registering, so you can see I've got a list of 5 individuals here. It creates a unique registration ID. If I just go into that very quickly to show you what that looks like, you'll see the details of that. We can see any transactions that are linked to that. So if people have purchased a ticket, whether it's a paid for event or made an immediate donation. And then you've got different details around that. So if there's a specific fundraising page that's linked to that registration, we've got some controls around like t-shirt sizes and things like that if you were giving that away. And then I also just wanted to show that we also have the concept of QR coding as well for tickets where you want to scan people in. But ultimately, it just allows you to show that there is an event. These are the individuals that registered. We then have the ability to link that to a particular website and registration form. So I can, within the marketing side, as I'll show you a little bit later, I can create the actual registration form to be posted on the website, and then that's all linked through here. So people can sign up for the event via the website, automatically register them, and bring them in here. And then we have the ability to capture kind of any additional information that we need. So if we wanted to capture, the financials at a high level in here, this isn't the full kind of Business Central level, but just to sort of track, our costs, how much are we looking to raise from that particular event. But it's all managed within one place. So that means that there's kind of, there's no manual processing, there's no disconnected systems. It's all in one single solution.